Hello, my friends. I'm still back out in my porch and I've gotten the worms. I've got 193 worms I showed you. Well, I actually found one more little tiny guy, but he was so tiny that we only called him 193.1. And so anyway, Rick just drilled the holes for me. And as you can see, it's this real fine fiber. It's a nylon mesh bag that I cut little squares out of. And so we're rocking and rolling and ready to go. And I mean, you can barely see this, but it will let air in and nobody else is going to get in there. So what I wanted to show you is just an idea I was thinking of. Now I know this is a clear container and I should have it dark, but my house isn't that bright and I think the worms will be just fine. So what I did is I took some shredded cardboard, only the dark kind, or natural rather, and I soaked it and let it drain, and then I took this container filled with coffee grounds that were a couple days old, so they were already starting to dry out, and I just massaged it in there so that they have not only bedding, but they have loads of coffee grounds, which of course acts as grit, and then I'm going to add some actual eggshell, if I can get the eggshell container apart, and so I'm going to add loads of eggshell to it. And I also have some banana peels that are frozen that I'm going to make in there. But this is just an idea I had that, everybody always worries about it being too soppy at the bottom and the worms, it's going to get anaerobic, etc., etc. So what I did is I just took a piece of cardboard and cut it almost to size. And then I cut another 2 pieces and crisscrossed them so that this will sit up on this cardboard. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my shred and bedding and what have you to it, a bit at a time. And I guess I'll have to do that off camera, or I could make my hand all messy and do it. So anyway, it's just going to be put in here. And yes, I know it's going to go all around, but if it gets a little bit, and this will break down, but for the first couple weeks, I would think that this would act as kind of a barrier. The next time I do it, I could actually make the cardboard fit up a little bit more. And this is just my try. I've seen how you all do yours, and this idea just came to me that I would give them like a little elevator, a place to escape if it got too wet and they needed to go somewhere. But I think this is going to work out really great because it's going to give them loads of space, certainly loads more than they had. And we'll make a little furrow there. This way they've got food everywhere. They don't have to be drawn to this spot or that spot. Probably won't be quite as exciting to the YouTube viewer world, but let's try it. Let's just see if it works. I'm just curious, aren't you? There we go. And now let's add the stars of the show. Our 100 and, you guys in there? Yeah, the 193.1. Oh, that's a worm ball. They certainly look a little more active than they did when I pulled them out of the little shoebox. Oh, whoops, I just realized I put them on the cold thing, didn't I? Oops, sorry guys. Sorry about that. Holy crap, worm mommy! Where's our little coats? Well, you guys will have to come over and do it that way. And I'll cover this up. And that will be that. I don't even think I'm going to add a covering to it. I might go back and add a piece of paper, and we'll put the lid on. Although I don't really seem to have a problem with worms trying to escape. I don't know why, if I'm just lucky. But that clicks on there pretty nice, and that can sit where the other two were, right off my kitchen, and take up about the same amount of space. So tell me what you think, if you think it's going to be successful or not. Wow, I don't know if you can hear what's going on. Oh, sure, they just stopped now. We have not only bald eagles back here, but we also have red-tailed hawks. And usually about February here in Florida is when they've mated and they've started to, make their nest and, having young, and they get really vocal. And then by March, April, May, boy, we're seeing the babies and they're teaching them to fly, and boy, then they're really vocal. But anyway, it's just kind of a sideline from the worms, but we have a lot of wildlife here in the back. But it's incredible when you see two bald eagles sitting on, actually they seem to pick that branch, and I've seen it, and it's just it's breathtaking. You really, you see God's work, I guess is what I want to say. So anyway, back to the worms. Chapter 2, back to the worms. I'll let you know how this all works out. I don't plan on, they've got a lot in there and they've got a lot going on, so I don't think I'm going to be bothering anybody for a couple weeks, and just to see how they're doing. I'm not sure yet. If I do decide to go through the adolescent bin and add those guys into, I will certainly update you on that. So I hope you guys will subscribe to my channel and ring the bell so you know that I've got more going on. I did make up a playlist. I finally figured out how to do that, and I made up a playlist for my can of worms. So if you are interested, there is a playlist there, and you can go through that one. And I need to work on a playlist for my other things going on as well. Take care, everybody. I hope to see you back real soon. Bye-bye.